Your Honor.
Oh, okay. We're on the record in cause number 325-980, the state of Texas versus Robert. And Mr. Gobert is represented by Mr. Todd LeBlanc. And Mr. LeBlanc, you have an announcement for the court?
Yes, Judge. We've got discovery in this case. However, I only was able to get the video DVD last week. I haven't had a chance to go over with my client.
Okay,
And,
so you just,
I'm gonna need a little bit more time.
how much time you need?
Whatever the standard reset.
Standard reset? Okay. You can, what date are we looking at? 5/17. You can get your reset and your client will be free to go. And you and Mr. Gobert, once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And I think, Mr. LeBlanc, you have another case, but I don't think that it was Matthew Parker. Mr. Parker, Temple, could you call the name of Matthew Parker?
He's currently in custody, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll reset, that case will be reset with his felony
Okay.
case. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ashley.
No problem. Did we reset any others while the court was muted?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was muted, but I think we just, yes, Jack Lawrence case.
Yeah, he had a felony.
Yeah, his case was reset till, both of those cases was reset till May 17 of 2021.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
And I have Mr. Shearer working on the issue with the information in the case that was refiled.
That's fine. And we are ready? Okay. We're on the record in cause number 326066, the state of Texas versus Alan Acosta Field. Okay. Okay, where's the?
Just in case.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. We on the record in cause number 326066. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Allen Acosta Field. Mr. Acosta Field is appearing in court on a case that was appealed from the Port Arthur Municipal Court. Court has a judgment that was a judgment date of November 12th of 2019. The court has an appeal bond that was filed on November 20th of 2019, which was 8 days later. So the appeal was perfected. So therefore, the court has jurisdiction over this matter. The court has been informed by Mr. Field's attorney that his attorney will interpret on behalf of Mr. Field. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And in what language would it be? Is it Spanish?
Spanish.
Spanish, okay. So pursuant to Rivera versus State 981 Southwest 2nd, 336. The court will allow his attorney to be sworn in as an interpreter or as a translator in this case.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will accurately translate Spanish to English and English to Spanish to help you God?
Okay, you may put your hand down. Now, your full name is Allen Acosta Field?
Elaine Renee Acosta Field.
Okay, Elaine Acosta Field?
Renee Field.
Elaine Renee Field?
Elaine. Renee Elaine Acosta Field. Renee Elaine Acosta Field.
Renee Elaine Acosta Field?
Yes.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Field?
Fine.
Now, Mr. Field is represented by his attorney, Mr. Leonard DeRosa.
Yes.
And Mr. DeRosa, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Field, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. Okay. Now, Mr. Field, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Field, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Was his response?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. You may put your hand down. Okay. Mr. Field, I have before me a document which is State's Exhibit Number 1, is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. What was his response?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Field asked him, does he recognize this document?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm gathering he does speak some English, the way he's responding.
I think he understands more than he speaks.
Okay. Now, on page, tell him on page 2 of this document, are these his initials?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of this document, is that his signature above the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I have another document here. This document is titled The Trial Court's Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that your signature at the bottom of this document above the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
There's one box that's checked at the top of this document.
Yes, sir.
That box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal.
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a trial court, a discovery certification filled out? Give him that document. Should be the first one, the first stack up there, yeah.
And Your Honor, I've printed the page 2 to the discovery certification to the court.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You can get, just hand that to him.
You can get it to the judge.
Both of them, okay.
Do you need to sign both?
Sign, no, just this one. Mr. Field, I have before me the discovery certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Field, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer States 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objection, Judge.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Now, State, will you be offering State's Exhibit Number 2?
Your Honor, in this type of case, there isn't a probable cause affidavit, but I could offer as states exhibit number 2, the citation.
Okay, you have any objections?
No objection.
Okay, no objections. States exhibit number 2 will be admitted. Mr. DeRosa,
Yes, sir.
you have advised and counseled Mr. Field.
I have
Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
none.
Now, Mr. Field, your attorney, Mr. DeRosa, has advised and counseled you.
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent representation?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with his services?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Field, I will accept your plea of no contest. Okay. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given.
Yes, sir.
And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for a $250 fine plus court costs.
That can be paid today, Judge.
Mr. Field, the state is offering that you pay a fine of $250
Yes, sir.
plus court costs,
Yes, sir.
which comes to a total of $577.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand this? Oh, let me back up. Do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Field, are you a United States citizen?
Resident.
Okay, now, Mr. Field, on State's Exhibit number 1, I'm gonna read this to you. If you are not a U.S. citizen, a plea of guilty or nolo contendere may result in your deportation, exclusion from admissions to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law. Mr. Field, do you understand? Now, could he initial this paragraph where it says citizenship, what I just read to him?
Yes, sir.
What, Mr. Field, what country are you from?
Cuba. I want. It's Cuba. Cuba.
Cuba? Okay, Cuba is not on the list where there's a mandatory notification to the consulate. Okay, so they're not on the list. Okay. Okay. Now, Mr. Field, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll follow the bargaining agreement that you've entered into with the state. Please stand on the X in front of the clerk and tell her to follow her instructions.
Man approach.
Yes, hold on.
Can I get your right and thumbprint?
Okay, what case you have?
Evelyn Ford, she's outside.
What you have her come on in?
When you
Peppo,
go make your
get his
payment,
client.
Take this to the sheriff's office, they'll get your receipt and you bring it back up, okay?
After that, I have to do it now.
Your Honor,
Yes,
can we take care of any of the ones on Zoom? I know a lot of them have been waiting a while.
yeah, we will. Just hold on a minute, let's.
I've talked to Ms. Ramos today about, there's another offer. And I'd like to have an opportunity, a couple of weeks to talk to Ms. Ford about the new offer as opposed to the other. It's gonna be a plea. It's just a matter of which offer we're gonna take. I just want her to be fully aware of what
Okay,
two offers are.
okay, so this case is cause number 324-296, State of Texas versus Evelyn Ford, and you're asking for Ms. Ford's case to be reset?
Yeah.
How much time do you need?
A few weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Okay, you can get your reset, from the court coordinator, and you and your client will be free to go, and y'all have a blessed day. Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor. I have Philip Engel.
Okay, once you get Mr. Engel. Okay, we on the record in cause number 320460, State of Texas versus Philip Engel. Mr. Engel, how are you doing?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Smith, how are you doing?
Fine, Your Honor.
Okay, what are your announcement on Mr. Engel?
Your Honor, we're requesting some additional time to go over this case again.
Okay, you can get your reset from the court coordinator,
Yes, sir.
and you and your client will be free to, well, the client will be free to go once you get your reset.
That's the case I have Adam Alvarez.
Adam Alvarez, is Mr. Alvarez here? What you call Mr. Alvarez?
He's right there.
How you doing, Mr. Alvarez?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Now, this is cause number 325-570, the State of Texas versus Adam Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez, you're also represented by Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, you have an announcement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, we're asking for additional recess on this.
Okay, you can get your reset, and then you and your client will be free to go. And Mr. Smith, I think you have another case, gentleman by the name of Ronald Davis.
Yes, Your Honor, his case, we have a drug court case.
Okay, once you finish down there, you'll come back here? Okay, that's fine. You're free to go.
Yes, ma'am, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Let's see, we have Mr., I think Galmore? No, I mean, Mr.
I'm here, Judge.
Okay. Thanks for being patient. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 326426. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Bobby Eugene Roberts. We have Mr. Roberts appearing on Zoom, and we also have Mr. Dustin Galmore appearing on Zoom. Mr. Roberts, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And Mr. Galmore, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge.
Okay, and I'd like to thank both y'all for being patient with the court this morning. Do you have an announcement that you would like to make, Mr. Galmore?
I do, Judge. We've gotten the discovery, although there was some difficulties on some of the videos. So I'm going to need one reset to get with the DA's office and work those out.
Okay, and what we'll do, we'll get you a reset.
Give me a second. I'm not able to keep up with you. I don't know who I'm getting ready to reset. You don't mind just giving me a moment?
Okay.
And Judge, I was going to announce for Mr. Gilthorpe too, just so you know.
Okay, okay. Okay, we'll get to you. Gilthorpe. Okay, we have Bobby Roberts on page 6, and right there in the middle, cause number 326426. They're asking for a reset, complete their discovery. Mr. Galmore,
Yes.
Bobby Roberts' case is going to be reset to May 17th of 2021.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Roberts, you're excused and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. You too.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Galmore, you have another case, Stephen Russell. I don't think Mr. Russell is he?
Judge, I thought that was set, rescheduled with the felony next week on Monday.
No, it's set. We'll give you some time to see if you can contact him and get on Zoom. Now, you said, I think that's the only two cases that you had. You said you're going to be announcing for Mr. Galmore. Is that correct?
Mr. Gilthorpe, yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Gilthorpe. Let's see, is Luis Garcia here?
Yes.
He's on
Zoom.
Oh, he's on Zoom?
He's in the red shirt.
Okay, we're on the record in cause number 320602 and cause number 321384. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Luis Garcia. We have Mr. Garcia appearing on Zoom. How are you doing, Mr. Garcia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Gilthorpe, are you, excuse me, Mr. Galmore, what is your announcement for Mr. Gilthorpe?
Your
I'm
Honor,
so-
he's asking to place it on the plea docket.
Put it on the plea docket?
Yes.
Okay, so, hold on, we can give you. It's gonna be reset to May 17th of 2021. And, Mr. Garcia, you are free to go. Have a blessed day.
Sorry, no, you speak English.
Uh-oh, okay.
Your Honor, I believe there's a translator in the room over from him. I'm not sure why she's not in the room, if
Well,
necessary.
Or just hold on a minute. Let's go to the next case. Mr. Garcia, put your mic on mute. Well, you'll have to put his mic on mute. Never mind. Let me not do it.
I'm really sorry, Judge, to interrupt, but I've been on here for about an hour and a half and my phone's now at 20% battery. And I had to come to town to be able to get service, to be able to do this meeting. Is there any way that you can bring my case up before my phone dies? It's on.
Yeah, we'll do you next. Okay. And that's Miss, what's her name?
London Moles.
Moles.
She's president.
Yeah, she has Tom Kelly as her attorney.
Okay, Ms. Moles, okay, Mr. Kelly is in court.
Sir?
Yeah, your attorney is here in court.
Okay.
Okay, are you on the video? Can she see you?
I think so, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Moles, thanks for being patient with us. We're on the record in calls number 325-148 and 325-152. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus London Moles. Ms. Moles is here on Zoom and attorney present in court. Mr. Kelly, you have an announcement for the court?
Judge, I'd like to be reset along with the felony to attempt to resolve these cases.
Okay, and that's, when is the felonies reset?
I already dealt with my felony reset and I've already been put on 4 years of deferred probation.
Okay, so her felony is already disposed of, she said.
Okay, then that's,
Just a regular reset?
yes, Judge.
Okay, we're gonna give you a regular reset. What date is that? It's gonna be, your case is gonna be reset to May 17th of 2021. And Ms. Moles, again, thanks for being patient with us. And you are.
Yes, sir. I'm very sorry for interrupting you. I
No,
just didn't want my phone to die.
Oh, that's not a problem. Thanks for being patient with us and letting us know that your phone was dying. And you have a blessed day. You're free to
You
go.
too, sir. I thank you, Your Honor, very much.
You're welcome.
And Mr. Kelly, I said thank you as well.
Okay.
Thank you, London.
Yeah,
We'll
he
be
can
in
hear
touch
you.
soon.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kelly. Thank you both.
Okay.
Y'all have a good day.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Right. And let's see, back with Mr. MC Gilthorpe. I don't think none of his.
I think Mr. Gilthorpe had two clients, Your Honor.
Yes. Call, okay, the bailiff is out in the hallway. I think he's calling.
Mr. Groves, we haven't seen it yet. He may be in another court.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Should I check him off first?
Yes.
Your Honor, this is a reference to cause number 328791 that was on the docket. The state is filing a motion to amend the information to correct the tolling language.
Oh. I think, hold here. Let's see, Mr. Cobb. I don't think, has any of Mr. Cobb's clients? here?
Yes, Miss Samuel has been on since about 8 this morning.
Okay,
Just hold on, because hold on. I'm gonna see you what you do.
well, it's just, okay. Mr. Cobb? Mr. Bruce Cobb?
Yes, Your Honor, I could barely hear you.
Okay, what did you say? Yeah, Mr. Cobb, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, you can,
But I'm not able to hear you on this side. It's difficult. I could barely hear you, but very faintly. I can
okay,
hear Ashley perfectly.
okay. Ashley, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Cobb,
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
represent Miss Tracy Samuel in cause number 326-378 and cause number 327-840. Both of these cases are on the court's announcement docket. Now, Mr. Cobb, you have an announcement for the court in Miss.
Your Honor, I do not have an announcement at this time. We are still lacking some discovery. I need to see the video since it's a resisting arrest case.
Okay.
That way I know where we are
Mr.
with
Cobb?
respect to the case on the video and make everything
The
perfect.
videos have been ready for pickup at our office since February 19th.
Since February of when?
February 19th of 2021.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know if it was ready or not.
Okay, what we're gonna do, let's give him that May 17th. Your case, these cases are gonna be reset to May 17th of 2021. We're gonna keep it on the announcement docket to give you an opportunity to pick up the videos and review the videos, as well as the other discovery. Okay, Mr. Cobb?
Your Honor?
Yes. I stated that your cases are going to be reset to May 17th of 2021.
Your Honor, I can barely hear you. I can't even.
He's resetting your cases to May 17th of 2021.
Okay. If I could get a reset till then, that would be fine.
That's what he said he's doing.
Okay. Now, Miss Samuel, you are free to go. And thanks for being patient with us this morning. And you have a blessed day.
I was court appointed. I can't hardly hear you to answer the question, Your Honor. I apologize.
He wasn't asking you a question, Bruce.
Okay,
Talking
but
to
I
Miss
can't
Samuel.
hardly hear him.
Peppo, is Gustavo Vasquez here?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Cobb, your other case, Mr. Vasquez is not present. Ashley, can you tell him that?
Bruce,
Yes.
Gustavo Vasquez is not present in court.
He was supposed to be here today, was he?
Correct. And the judge said
The
that
last time I heard, he had COVID. But I don't know if he didn't show up today. I don't know where he is.
Present, Your Honor.
Okay, well, they just called his name. He's present. Actually, tell him he's present.
Bruce, they just called his name again and he's present.
Did he show up or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr.
I don't know what to do other than, we were going to plead him. And I'm not sure what he wants to do.
Okay, Mr. Cobb, your case is going to be reset to May 17th. And Miss Ramos, could you relay that message to Mr. Cobb?
Yes, Mr. Cobb, Judge just said that your case has been reset to May 17th, the one with Gustavo Vasquez.
Yes, okay.
Mr.
Thank
Vasquez,
you. I appreciate that, Your Honor.
stand over here and get your reset and you'll be free to go.
Can he hear me?
Yes.
Your Honor, can you hear me? Speak?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, but I'm having problems trying. I could hear Ashley, but I can't. For some reason, I can't hear the judge. It sounds muffled to some
Okay.
extent.